I'm pretty sure y'all know the motherfucking deal by now. It's time to pick and recap some motherfucking football games. Let's go. Here's last week. Get this out of my way. And now, let's go to the wild card round. Shout out to playoffpredictors.com for this nifty, cool little bracket here. I like this. This is freaking cool. And then you can see who will face who. I was going to pick the whole bracket, but you know what? Maybe I'll just make like small little playoff pick videos here and there every week, but let's check out what we got. Obviously, give me the Eagles. Oh. Bucks Commanders. Now I'm gonna say the Bucks pull it off. Fuck it. Bucks Lions. For this one, I'm gonna say the Chargers pull it off. And then I'm gonna say the Ravens. So we got Ravens, Chargers, Bucks, Lions, and the Birds. By the way, go Birds. Fuck yeah. Ooh. Give me the Bills and give me the Vikings. So, my divisional round matchups are Ravens, Bills, Chargers, Queefs, Vikings, Lions, and Bucks, Eagles. There we go. Hell yeah. All right, here are the scores for Week 18, starting with the Saturday slate. The Ravens beat the Browns 35-10. The Bengals edge out a win against the Steelers 19-17. Moving on to Sunday now, the Panthers end the Falcons season in overtime 44-38. The Commanders take care of the Cowboys 23-19. The fact that the Cowboys got 7 wins is beyond me. Again, go Birds. Bears finally take care of the Packers 24-22. Colts take care of the Jags 26-23. Patriots take care of the Bills 23-16. Fucking, you had the first overall pick. And it would have been nice because we could have traded it for a nice big package of better picks. Could have beefed up the team a little bit more. Like you could have had at least two first round picks. 2 first round picks. But we're not getting into that. Eagles, Giants. Eagles take care of the Giants 20-13. We'll just say the scores. We'll get into the Eagles recap segment here later on. Buccaneers take care of the Saints 27-19. Texans take care of the Titans 23-14. 49ers get trounced by the Cardinals 47-24. Broncos beat a bunch of Walmart employees on the Chiefs 38-0. Seahawks take care of the Rams 30-25. Chargers take care of the Raiders 34-20. Jets take care of the Dolphins 32-20. The Lions take care of the Vikings 31-9. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is your Week 18 scores. And now let's take a look at the playoff matchups here. So I thought I would pull it up on the screen for everyone here to take a look at. As you can see, here are the wild card playoff matchups for both the NFC and the AFC. Starting with the AFC, we got the Chargers versus the Texans. This is going to be a pretty good series. Well, it's not a series. It's going to be a pretty good game. I'm so used to the playoffs being a series in other sports. So the Texans against the Chargers. If anything, in my eyes, the Chargers are looking like the better team in this game. The Chargers are looking like more of a well-oiled machine here. Texans are a very young team. All right. Shout out to their 10-7 season, but honestly, looking at this series, I keep thinking it's a series. It's a single game, Mosier. That's it. Just a single game. Ah! But looking at this game here, I have a feeling the Chargers are going to come out on top. They honestly look like the more better team. Okay. Honestly, I'm going to go with the Chargers with this one. Okay. And if I were to make a score prediction, you know what? We'll throw in my, I should have done that during the picks, but oh well. I'll do my score predictions here. Why not? I'm going to say 14-23 Chargers over the Texans. Now, back to the bracket we go. And we've got the Ravens and the Steelers. Oh, wow. The Steelers qualified for the playoffs on another shitty mid-ass season. I mean, there's not much to say. The Ravens are obviously going to beat the Steelers. Score prediction? 21-14. I'm going to make it a touchdown game. Whew. Yeah, there's not much to say about this one. There's not much to say about this game. Other than yeah, no, I don't see Pittsburgh winning this. Again, they pretty much look like a good team at the beginning of the season, as always. Then towards the end, they fall to shit. I'm sorry, but I gotta say 30-14 Ravens over the Steelers. Steelers ain't shit. I was riding high on their defense all season. I was thinking it was gonna be something, but yeah, no, they're playing typical end of the season Steelers football. Give me the Ravens in this one. I'm sorry, Steelers fans. I don't see it. I just don't see it. And finally, we have the Bills versus the Broncos. I mean, this should be a good game. Bills and the Broncos. This should be good. But I do have a feeling that this is going to be a shootout as well. Both offenses are looking pretty good. Denver has proven that they could put up points. I'm going to say 28-30. 28-30. Buffalo over Denver. Buffalo's got a good team, but I'm sorry, their defense is... It's going to be the downfall of this game if they can't pull it together on offense and get it going, which I feel like they can. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if the offense somehow stalls out here and Denver can turn on the Jets, who knows? But I don't really see that happening. I feel like Buffalo's offense is more than capable of keeping them in this game and possibly winning it. You know, Buffalo is the favorites, so we'll have to see. We will have to see, but I have a feeling this could be a shootout. You know? Bo Nix, he hasn't been looking too bad. He's been making some pretty good plays this season. And he is a good part of why the Broncos are where they are. Honestly, Denver, you got a good future. You know? I feel like they got a good future. They can patch up the defense a little bit. You know? I'm going to say it. Maybe get one more receiver. And if Bo Nix can clean up the turnovers and improve next season, I mean, he's got a lot of room for improvement. He's got a lot of room to make some noise and be a really good elite quarterback here. He could be the Peyton Manning that the Broncos were missing here all these years. I remember when they had Trevor Siemian. Everyone thought that Siemian was the guy. How'd that go? But I'm going to say the Bills are going to win this, though. I got my money on the Bills. I'm going to save the Eagles game for last because I'll do that one when I do the season recap segment for the Eagles. But Bucks Commanders. Buccaneers coming in as the 3 seed. Commanders coming in as the 6 seed here. So, Buccaneers versus the Commanders. I'm going to say this. If Tampa Bay was healthy, then I would probably lean definitely more towards the Bucks. I did pick them to win, and I do still think they're going to win, as I feel like Tampa Bay has more of an experienced playoff team than the Commanders, you know? And I feel like the Buccaneers have a more experienced playoff quarterback than the Commanders. I feel like Baker Mayfield knows what he's doing. He's like, bro, I've been here before. I've won in this thing before, and I've also lost. So I feel like in terms of experience, the Buccaneers have the upper hand. Now, if Tampa was a little bit more healthy, as we all know, turn my fan up here, freaking hot as all hell. Now, if Tampa was a little bit more healthy and they were a little bit more, full strength, I would say this would be a little bit more of a guaranteed win for the Buccaneers. But knowing that they're missing a huge, big part of that offense in Chris Godwin, can we really say that this win is guaranteed for Tampa? I feel like it's a winnable game against the Commies. Fuck the Commanders. Bring back the Redskins. But I feel like it's a winnable game for both teams. And if both teams want to win this, then it's a game that's going to have to go right in the direction of one team. If Tampa wants to win this, then they need to make sure that this game and the momentum goes in their direction. If Washington wants to win, then they need to make sure the same thing goes in their direction. They need to make sure they have the momentum, and they need to make sure they have the upper hand coming out of the gate going into this game. It's a winnable game for both teams. It's all going to come down to whose experience will show the most. And it's also going to come down to who can get the momentum and get the upper hand first. But honestly, I feel like Tampa's going to squeak this one out. I'm going to make it a very low-scoring game. I'm going to say 20-17. Tampa will take it by. You know what? Baker drives it down the field late and sets the Bucks up for the game-winning field goal. And then finally, we have the Vikings versus the Rams here. This should be a good matchup. I feel like this is going to be a good matchup, all right? And I'm going to say it. Vikings fans, again, it's all about that playoff experience, man. And fucking Matthew Stafford oozes a lot of playoff experience, for sure. The question is, can the Vikings hold in against the Rams? They got trounced against the Lions there. So that makes me question, will they be able to hang in with the Rams? Now, I'm going to admit, the Lions are a little bit better of a team than the Rams are. That's for sure. But I feel like this is a winnable game for Minnesota. This game could go both ways. But I just feel like in terms of playoff experience and in terms of having the upper hand, I got to go to the Rams, man. I know the Vikings were looking great all season long. But I feel like, again, with the Bucks Commanders game, it's all going to come down to which team has the most playoff experience. Now, don't get me wrong. Both these teams, the players they have on their roster have lots of playoff experience. But again, the biggest part in terms of that experience is going to come at the quarterback position. Sam Darnold, he hasn't really been here all that much. You know, this is, I'm going to say it, kind of a new scenery for him. Hasn't really been to the playoffs too much in his career. And we all know why. But I feel like the Vikings could possibly pull out the win. Will it be easy? No. But I feel like both teams have a chance at winning this. But honestly, I gotta go with the Rams. And you know what? We're gonna make this another game-winning drive down the field, 20-23, Rams over the Vikings. I feel the Rams, man. I just feel like the Rams are the more experienced, more well-oiled machine going into these playoffs. So there is the playoff preview. Now, let's get into the Eagles season recap / playoff preview. So, the Philadelphia fucking Eagles. I guess we got to talk about them now, huh? I'm going to start with this, and then we'll get to the playoff preview. Lots of inconsistency this year. And again, and I said this earlier on in the beginning of the season, or earlier on in the season. This is a very inconsistent team on both offense and defense. There will be some games where the offense is absolutely clicking and keeping us in it, and the defense is just like, eh. And then there's some games where it's just like, we have the number one fucking defense in the league, and our offense is nowhere to be fucking found, and Jalen Hurts is only throwing 100 yards a fucking game. I don't know, man. Lots of inconsistency this season. And if anything, to the people who are saying our defense is number one, no. 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 It is far from number one, motherfucker. And the Commanders game proved it. The Commanders game proved what our defense truly the fuck is. Hot fucking garbage. Our defense isn't that good. I'm sorry. It's not that good. Okay? Do we need to go back and watch the highlights from the Commanders game? The defense single-handedly fucking choked that game away. Again, going into this playoff matchup here against the Packers, if we want to win and make it all the way, then we need to be a consistent, well-oiled machine on both sides of the ball. That's especially on offense. Where the fuck was our offense this season? Where the fuck was our offense when I went to go see you fucks live? What the fuck? So, who do we have to play in the playoffs? Yep, we're going back to this. That, ladies and gentlemen, well, that would be the Green Bay Packers. A team that is definitely beatable. A team that I know for a fact that we are fucking better than. And that we better beat. Okay? Okay? We better fucking beat them. Jordan Love ain't shit. Okay? Jordan Love's about to be exposed. Okay? I mean, exposed by whatever it is of a fucking defense we have. Number one defense. Number one fucking defense, huh?
Into the end zone. No matter
Explain to me this shit. Number one defense, huh? Number one defense, huh? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Number one fucking defense. Huh? Number one defense. Number one defense. Number one defense. Where? Bitch, where? And I could go back and replay that whole fucking drive. And that pretty much shows what our defense is. Okay? It's not the number one defense in the league. So stop calling it that. Okay? As an Eagles fan, we do not have the number one defense in the league. And I just proved it. Did that look like the number one defense in the fucking league? If that was the number one defense in the league, that would have been a stop. Where was the secondary on that play? So if we're going to want to beat the Packers, then we got to clean that up. Okay? We got to learn how to play fucking defense. Okay? Because we ain't going to go too far if we play like that. Okay? Because I'm sorry. Week 16 against the Commanders truly exposed what our defense was. Fucking garbage. Fucking garbage. Even when I went to go see them live, when I went to go see the Eagles live, that exposed what our defense was. Fucking garbage. I'm going to say this now. We want to beat the Packers. We need to be consistent on defense, and we need to be consistent on offense. It can't be none of this, defense needs to carry us this game. Offense needs to carry. No. We need to be a well-oiled machine. And we have proven this season that we can play like a well-oiled machine. Okay? So, clean it up on defense. Clean it up on offense. Clean up the consistency problems. We're gooch. Okay? And I'm sorry, if you go ahead and tell me in the comments, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. We have the number one defense in the league. Go back and watch the whole Commanders game from week 16. Go back and watch the game that I went to week 4 against the Bucks. That's our defense. That's what it plays like. Like I said, all you got to do is just go back to week 16 and week 4. That's what our defense is. That's what it is. Like, we couldn't even beat 2 playoff teams. The 2 teams that our defense got exposed by were both playoff teams. Yeah, they're mid-tier playoff teams, but they're both playoff teams. Let's clean it up. As you all know, next game against the Packers, January 12th, can be found Sunday, 4:30 p.m. on Fox, which is tomorrow. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to do it for this video. That is going to do it for your Eagles season recap. We'll see. We'll see. That's all I can say at this point is we'll see. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace!